Hello, welcome to Corona Fine Art. Today I want to share with you my latest artwork. I've been working on a series of paintings inspired by a recent trip I took to Puerto Rico. I traveled all around the island, visiting beautiful locations that really inspired me, especially the coast and tropical forest of Yunque. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of my process creating these pieces, and also share with you some of my feedback for this collection of watercolors by Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus. I've been using them for a little over a year or a year and a half, and I have really liked them so far. I have this collection of colors, and I'm thinking about getting another one with different tones, but these are the colors that I've used for this series. So far I have 4 paintings and want to share those with you. A little bit of each, starting with this one right here. This one is painting of the very relaxing beach with some vegetation and a beautiful egret. This one was inspired by Borinquen beach. It was so beautiful when we went there. The water was beautiful with some shades of light green, blue, and some deep blue colors. And we saw this majestic, beautiful bird flying along the coastline, which had some of these beautiful grasses and some small twigs growing, and the shrub right here with some reddish colors. So let me give you a closer look. This one is mostly watercolor, but I did use a little bit of acrylic to accentuate the bird. So I used some white acrylic paint in here, this area, and in some of the wave also, because I wanted to give it some beautiful texture on the foam of the waves. So I'm in the process of matting these. I've added the mat and I am going to sign it and then finish the back. So this is my latest one. And here is another one. This one is a painting of Punta Tuna, Puerto Rico. And this view is from the lighthouse of the beach down below, with the palm trees in the foreground. So this painting was also mixed media, mostly I used watercolor inks and some white to accentuate the waves here. So as you can see, the watercolors, I love the transparency effect and how I can create depth by diluting the inks with more water, and then some darker areas by using more of a concentrated pigment amount. And this picture is very textured with the acrylic in some of the areas here. Hanging out at this beach was so peaceful. There were some hammocks down here and just listening to the ocean waves surrounded by palm trees. So this down here is a palm tree forest. So this is another one. And here I have a painting of a waterfall. This one, as you can see, has a little more abstraction in the areas of the vegetation. And I use some acrylic to create a little bit of texture here on the waterfall. But all of this is using the watercolor inks. So you can see the beautiful tones that can be created with the inks. So I start off with really light shades, and then I layer on top, it's layer upon layer of color to create that depth. And this waterfall is one that I hiked to in El Yunque National Forest, and it was so amazing to be immersed in that nature, the forest, be surrounded by tropical plants. There were some flowers and people swimming in the waterfall as well. So it was really fun to have that experience and feel that cool water on that hot day after the hike. So all these stones, I used the greens here, some of the blue, and the brown too. So the burnt umber and the sepia. And I used a little bit of this yellow ochre. And this yellow ochre, this ink is very chunky. It's the only one out of the set that has a very chunky consistency, which it's not a problem, but I prefer it to be more fluid and have less chunks in there. So I don't know what happened with that one, but all the others work very well, except for that yellow ochre, which is very chunky. But I do use it on my paintings to add a little bit of warmth. So lastly, I have this painting of Cabo Rojo, Puerto Rico. And I love the light that you could see in this image. And the cliffs were outstanding at that location. The color of the ocean was this beautiful, mystical seafoam blue, some hint of blue-green, but mostly blue. And then the sky above was very highly lit by the sunlight and some silver clouds. And then have some of the detail of the cliff here. And then this rock in the distance with a very distinct shape. And also I use some white to create a little bit of texture here in the wavy part. But the rest I created using the Hydrus Watercolor ink collection. So I've had a lot of fun so far with this collection of paintings. I have maybe one or two more to complete for this series, and I'm very excited to revisit some of those locations because it was a very fun trip, and I really enjoyed seeing the diversity and of plants, of views, just how different it is from where I live. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you follow the progress of this series on my Facebook. My Facebook page is Corona Fine Art, and also my webpage is coronafineart.com, and I hope that you check it out, and don't hesitate to contact me if you want a commission or lessons, or if you prefer to shop on my online shop. You can visit that through my website as well. So thank you, and stay tuned, and I'm going to do a follow-up video of the rest of the series that I'm really looking forward to. Okay, until next time.